The Ngāwhaka o Kainga Tapu social change movement works with 8 Pacific ethnic communities who all have their own individual cultural frameworks to stop and address family violence in Aotearoa. Signing the Memorandum of Understanding signals a collaboration with the New Zealand Police to increase awareness, strengthen community engagement and share insights to improve the well-being of Pacific communities and address violence.
This is the first of its type, and yes, an MOU starts a piece for us whereby we do have obligations, we have moral, ethical obligations to abide by what we've just signed up to too. There's a vulnerability in police that we have to let go, and it's actually the right thing to let go, not to always come to something and think that we have the answers because we've looked at our previous deployment models or we've looked at how we've done things previously. What we need to do is flip it and see from an MOU like this or from the various voices of community, and there's 8 voices in here that are all culturally significant, all engaged and want to do the best that they can for their community and serve their communities really well. If we flip it and we listen and we take on board what's been mentioned, then that I think is the start to building resilience in our communities, to being able to build a social network that's been missing a little bit of recent times.
It's an important opportunity for community too.
I was really touched with the speeches today, not only from the police but Dr. Pauline King, because that's the core of our work. You know, there's the lost out there. You know, there's a lot of healing and restoration, the violence, you know, in many forms. But I feel encouraged today. I feel strengthened, you know, that our work is not in vain. You're doing it for a purpose.
The new partnership will highlight the work of TCC's Champions of Change community initiatives in Auckland and Waikato to address violence by working directly with communities.
The New Zealand Police is one of the largest state agencies, and what one does with the New Zealand Police it's rather like a mirroring of what can happen right across the public sector. While the execution was only a memorandum of understanding, which in and of itself is not legally binding, it's imperative that you see that as a first stage of the beginning of an active partnership. From the training, from everything that will happen with the Champions of Change, there will be raw data that will be collated, and that will be fed through our policy arm of the Cause Collective directly to the New Zealand Police, because they'll want to extrapolate from that data just what the value is of these types of agreements. Champions of Change.